Right, so hello everyone, this is a long anticipated rear emblem overlay for the Mark 8 Golf R, GTI, etc. One of the things that's important about this emblem is that it's a lot different than the previous Mark 775 rear emblem, where it's textured, where it's embossed, where this one's more or less smooth but with inlays. So the number one thing that you gotta do is make sure that this whole surface area is really clean. So you're gonna get the provided alcohol wipes. What you wanna do is make sure that the whole surface is nice and clean, and obviously you wanna get in between the black inlay and where the VW emblem is. So really you wanna go over this whole area and you wanna get in that crevice. Just make sure that whole surface area is clean. Obviously this being on the rear of a hatch, it collects a lot of dirt, so I can foresee in the future that there's gonna be a lot of grains of sand and dirt that's caught in here. But obviously right now this is a brand new car, so it's probably gonna be pretty clean. Like you barely see any dirt in there. The next thing you wanna do is that you wanna make sure that you get the outer rim nice and clean. Same deal. You wanna get in here. And then afterwards, you want to wipe it down with your microfiber cloth. Same thing, you want to try and get inside those crevices. You also want to get inside on the outer rim. Make sure it's nice and dry and clean. And no lint is cut on any of these corners. So once it's clean, then we can start to install. Okay. So for the Badgeskin here, it's gonna come in three multiple pieces. You're gonna have the main backing piece. You're gonna have your silhouette. This time we're breaking it up into 3 individual pieces so you can line everything up. And this is the optional bottom piece that you can install for all SOCD people. So to start off, once you've done cleaning, you wanna make sure the whole surface area is clean, free of dust. A couple of the tools that you'll need for this is a micro squeegee and also a heat gun or a hair dryer if you have, to apply a bit of heat, because we will be required to do this around the outer rim, which is very similar to the process that we do for the front smooth emblem for our new 2-piece. So to start off, we're gonna take the Badgeskin, the backing, and what you're gonna do is you're kind of gonna line up. You wanna make sure that the top part here is folds down and in, that it covers the top enough, right? You can see that, but it's pretty basic. More or less, you're gonna hold this black circle over the emblem, and it's kind of, you're gonna watch it and it's gonna kind of outline and cover the outer hatch circle. So if I go like this, you're gonna see that I'm gonna go up, and it literally just covers the whole circle, and you just want to be kind of like centered on this, and you can kind of see that it is. And you'll get usually more of a lip on the top and the bottom, but I want to make sure that I get a bit of coverage down here. So I want to make sure that it's pretty even and that you get good coverage. So once you're happy with the alignment, you can go ahead and you can start tacking it down from the center out, and you'll work your way all the way around, very similar to the front smooth emblem. You just want to make sure you get nice pressure on where the VW emblem overlaps, so you get that definition of that emboss. But when you're doing the top portion, make sure you put pressure here, because obviously it's gonna move on you. If there's any issues, you can always just lift up. You can give it a little bit of an angle like that and work it down. And what you want to do is you want to cut through the wrinkles and not go directly into them like this. So once you get to a certain point, the masking is going to cause a lot of restrictions on laying this down without wrinkles, and this is where we're going to start removing the masking. So you just want to fold it back 180 degrees and kind of just pull it off carefully. And now you're going to end up with a section like this. And what you want to do is you want to slowly cut into these wrinkles and you work your way all the way towards the edge of the emblem. So this is where sometimes a heat gun is useful. We just want to apply a little bit of heat, not a lot. See how I'm just slowly, carefully working this all the way around, like so. Here, I'm not happy with where it is, so I'm just gonna lift it up a little bit and just reapply. Okay, now that you've got the vinyl all the way to the perimeter of the edge, this is where we're gonna require the heat gun a lot more in the micro squeegee work. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start from the top, you apply a bit of heat, and then you're gonna start cutting that vinyl around that corner, like that. So you see how I'm slowly squeegeeing the vinyl down around the top edge. This takes a lot of patience and time, so don't rush it. So I'm just intermittently giving it some heat. I'm not holding the heat on constantly. I just want to make the vinyl pliable enough that I can smooth out these wrinkles. Like this, you see? I got this section flat now, and you just gotta keep doing this same routine all the way around the emblem, where you're just gonna go like this and you're gonna cut into those wrinkles, not going directly in like this, because obviously you'll cause creases, but we're just gonna keep working it around like this. Once you get all the edging done, now you're gonna go over the emblem and make sure that you smooth everything out. Because if you look carefully, you're gonna get these little tiny wrinkles that'll be towards the edge of the vinyl. So you just wanna make sure that you flatten everything out and there's no crease or wrinkle or lifts that allows dirt or water or any kind of debris to get under the vinyl. So this is very important on top of the cleaning process. So now what you're gonna do is just gonna do an overall heat treat, and you're just gonna bring out the definition of the inlay. See how you're getting more and more definition now? Now that that's done, what you want to do is that you want to clean this whole section again, because obviously you want to make sure that there's no oils or dirt, etc. from your hands. And then we'll wipe it dry. Now this is the part where you get to install the silhouette. So it comes in 3 pieces, and we're going to start with the top piece here. And all you gotta do is you wanna make sure that you line it up nice and straight and you follow the silhouette line that it already provides for you. So I just wanna make sure that I'm even. And all I have to do is just tack it down. And then pull it off at 180 degrees. There's the first piece. The second piece is kind of like the wings. So you want to remove it nice. Don't pull on this and stretch that part. So you just kind of want to lift one end and the other. Like that. And it's the same thing. What you want to do is you want to center. You want to center that, and then you're just gonna lie one side down first. And I want to make sure this is lined up and that the gaps are nice and even. And we're going to remove the masking here. And now we're going to do the last piece. So we're going to remove it. Hit center here. Want to make sure I got a nice even gap. I don't know if I like that one, so I just want to set it up perfect. So now I'm just gonna do this side here. I'm not gonna tack it down yet. I just want to make sure I'm gonna follow these lines provided by the emblem. I want to make sure that it's nice and level, right? So once you're happy with that, then you can go and and tack it down like so. Then you can remove this 180 degrees like this. So here you are. This is the overlay for the MK8R. Now the bottom piece here is whether if you're OCD or not. What happens is that when you pop the hatch, if you can see, there's still chrome here. So some of you might not like that. So the option is you can install this piece here, and it's very simple. All you have to do is pop the hatch. You have this piece here. You remove it from the backing, and this is kind of your center line. So you can pop this open, and you can kind of just match it to the back line here. See how you have that chrome? So you can match it up. And all you could do is just run this along and up into that area. Like this. So you're gonna take your micro squeegee and just push this in, but not, you want to push it in to get the vinyl down. Don't push this into the inside because you will want to use it to remove the masking. So you're gonna do the same thing here. You're gonna push it down, and then what you can do is you're gonna remove the masking at 180 degrees. Same thing here. You're gonna remove the masking. And all you have to do now is just make sure that edge is nice and sealed. So you gotta get in here with your micro squeegee and make sure it's nice and tacked. And here would be a good idea to give it a little bit of a heat treat. and really get that adhesive activated and tacked down on that edge. So like I mentioned before, this is optional. You don't have to do this piece, but for some of you that really want to see a full comb coverage, this would be something that you would install. But other than that, it's pretty simple. Here it is.